Hello everyone. Welcome back to this channel. This time, we're going to discuss some leaks I've come across, which seem very exciting. And these leaks also come from a fairly credible source, namely Honkai. Alright, let's not waste any time and get right into it. So, this time we're not going to discuss leaks about Honkai starrail patch 4.x. Instead, our discussion today will focus on the best endgame content in Honkai starrail right now, which is Currency Wars. In version 3.8, Currency Wars actually received several changes and adjustments, even though this was not mentioned in the special program of HSR version 3.8 yesterday. This information was shared by the source Hoichi, who obtained the data from Honkai. Okay, if that's the case, let's discuss what changes happened in Currency Wars in version 3.8. The first change occurred in Faction Bond, and there are several factions that received adjustments. For the first one, the Stellaron Hunters faction, the effect increases can be seen across every bond level. At bond level 2, it now grants a damage amplifier of 20% from previously 16% and an HP amplifier of 10% from previously 8%. Bond level 3 increased from 32% to 40% damage amplifier and from 16% to 20% HP amplifier. And at bond level 4, the increase becomes even more drastic, from 48% to 70% damage amplifier and from 24% to 30% HP amplifier, and activates an additional Star Hunter. Next, the Cosmic Scholar faction also received an increase in on-field off-field strength at several bond levels, where bond level 2 increased from 20% to 25%. Bond level 4 increased from 50% to 60% and gained an additional 1.5 times DNA, while bond level 6 increased from 120% to 150% and obtained an additional 2 times DNA. The Wolf Hunt faction also actually received adjustments, but so far the details cannot be displayed yet. The Galaxy Ranger faction received increases in both damage amplifier and speed amplifier. At bond level 1, the effect increased from 6% to 8% damage amplifier and from 4% to 8% speed amplifier. Bond level 2 increased from 12% to 16% damage amplifier and from 8% to 16% speed amplifier. And bond level 3 increased from 24% to 30% damage amplifier and from 16% to 30% speed amplifier. The additional effects of off-field Galaxy Ranger characters with 1, 2, 3 for stars were also adjusted, from previously granting 1, 3, 6, 12 times damage and speed amplifier to now 1, 3, 6, 10 times. Aside from Faction Bond, School Bond also received major changes. For follow-up Attack Bond, Bond level 3 now grants 20% FUA damage amplifier and the bonus consecutive actions increased from 4% to 5% up to a maximum limit of 20%. Bond level 5 grants 40% FUA damage amplifier, increases bonus consecutive actions from 8% to 10% up to a limit of 40%, and unified attack increases from 30% to 35% true damage. Bond level 7 grants 60% FUA damage amplifier, increases bonus consecutive actions from 12% to 15% up to a limit of 60%, and unified attack increases from 60% to 75% true damage. Bond level 9 grants up to 100% FUA damage amplifier, bonus consecutive actions from 20% to 25% up to a maximum limit of 100%. And increases the true damage of unified attack from 100% to 140%. For Break Bond, Bond level 2 grants 20% on-field off-field strength, increases super break damage from 60% to 120%, and reduces initial toughness and toughness recovery by 10%. Bond level 4 increases on-field off-field strength to 50%, super break damage from 80% to 180%, reduces initial toughness by 20%, and adds the charging of shockwave when the enemy receives break. Bond level 6 grants 100% on-field off-field strength, increases super break damage from 100% to 240%, reduces initial toughness by 30%, and the shockwave effect restores energy for all team members by 20% of max energy. Bond level 8 grants 160% on-field off-field strength and increases super break damage from 120% to 360%, while Bond level 10 grants 250% on-field off-field strength with super break damage increased from 150% to 500% and reduces initial toughness up to 99%. The additional shockwave effect was also adjusted. When normal, elite, or boss enemies receive break, the effect gains 1, 3, and 6 charge respectively. After reaching 12 charge, shockwave activates to apply weakness break to all enemies, reduces action delay from 30% to 0%, increases damage taken by 50%, and deals true damage upgraded from 200%, 400%, 600%, 1000% to 400%, 800%, 1200%, 2000% of base damage to all enemies. For AoE attack Bond level 7 increases lucky strike chance from 36% to 40%, transfers 100% of received damage to other enemies, and increases the damage received by bosses from 20% to 40%. After accumulating a total of 6 attacks received, the character fires a quantum laser dealing 500% base damage, stacking up to 1 time per single attack. Bond level 9 increases lucky strike chance to 60%, still transfers 100% of received damage to other enemies, increases damage received by bosses from 50% to 100%, and after receiving a total of 6 attacks, fires 16 instances of quantum damage at 1500% base damage, stacking up to 1 time per single attack. For Blood Flame Bond level 4 grants 20% HP amplifier and 20% damage amplifier, 100,000 energy recording capacity, and increases damage multiplier from 600% to 800%. Bond level 6 grants 30% HP amplifier and 30% damage amplifier, 240,000 energy recording capacity, increases the multiplier from 900% to 1200%, and restores 30% energy after action. Bond level 8 grants 40% HP amplifier and 40% damage amplifier, energy recording increases to 600,000, multiplier from 1200% to 2000%, and restores 50% energy after action. The additional Blood Flame Arena effect was also adjusted. The system records HP lost by Blood Flame members and grants an additional 1.5% for every 10,000 HP lost. This effect moves at 300 speed and when taking action consumes all recorded value to deal physical damage. Upgraded from 400% to 1200% becomes 400% to 2000% plus 100% to 400% base damage to all enemies. For Debuff Bond level 2 grants 20% on-field off-field strength and each stack generates 4% true damage. Afterburn can be stacked up to 3 times. Bond level 4 increases on-field off-field strength from 40% to 50% and true damage per stack from 8% to 12%. Bond level 6 increases on-field off-field strength from 80% to 100% and true damage per stack from 12% to 20%. Max afterburn stack increases to 5 stacks. Bond level 8 increases on-field off-field strength from 180% to 250% and true damage per stack from 24% to 40%. For DOT Bond level 2 increases DOT amplifier from 16% to 20% and super excitation triggers twice. Bond level 4 increases DOT amplifier from 36% to 50%, super excitation triggers 3 times, increases base damage multiplier to 400%, and triggers an additional super excitation when non-boss enemies are eliminated. Bond level 6 increases DOT amplifier from 80% to 100%, super excitation triggers 4 times, and base damage multiplier increases to 600%. The last one is skill points bond. At bond level 2 it grants 12% damage amplifier and an increase of speed amplifier from 0% to 12%, maximum skill points increased by 2, and the chance to obtain small prizes. Bond level 4 grants 24% damage amplifier and an increase of speed amplifier from 0% to 24%, maximum skill points increased to 3, and the chance to obtain medium prizes and big prizes. Bond level 6 grants 48% damage amplifier and an increase of speed amplifier from 0% to 40%, maximum skill points increased to 4, chance to obtain 1 special prize when drawing, and an increased chance of large prizes in the rewards pool. Actually, there are still other changes in Currency Wars that include adjustments for characters with cost 1 to 5 and some item changes as well. However, if everything is discussed at once, the explanation will become extremely long. Therefore, all those details will likely be discussed in a separate video, so the discussion will be shorter. That is the complete discussion regarding all the changes to Currency Wars in Honkai Star Rail version 3.8. What are your thoughts on this leak? Please leave your opinion in the comments section. Don't forget to share this information with your fellow Honkai Star Rail players, and make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next important information. See you in the next update.